Yes, people. Yeah, this morning I just want to talk to you, to wrap with you a bit on the tourism business. Now, I am one that I really want this country to go forward, but I want it to go in a very equitable manner. Now, we know that right now there is a lot of rioting going on in America because of the injustices that has been done and meted at black people for hundreds of years. So really what you have is they have had a system where they manipulate, oppress, repress black people in America and make it look like that is not going on. They blatantly kill the black people and give all kind of stories. At the end, they reach a point where there are different cities on fire and Babylon in confusion. They don't know what to do. This is what happens when you oppress people, when you try to take away resources from people, deprive people of opportunity, where one set of people get fat and they behave as if everything is okay. I see something like that happening even in third world countries. That is happening, and in places like St. Lucia I see it happening in many different sectors, but I will focus on tourism. Hey boss, you have a situation where in the area of tourism there is just a resource to be explored to make millions of dollars, yet for years, for generations, it looks like it's only one set of people touching that money. And just look at the website, the tourism website that they have in the country. You can see that I was actually monitoring and studying that website, and the whole website is designed to lure people in St. Lucia for the big conglomerates and the big hotels to benefit. They're spending taxpayers' money, and the tourism is designed for people that have big structures, beachfront properties, nice expensive facilities. We know in other countries there is tourism where the small man can benefit, even in having lodging houses and so on. But in St. Lucia, most of the tourism is designed for big people to benefit. They tax you heavily for driver's license and things like that, and they take a big chunk of the government's revenue and the GDP of the country to advertise St. Lucia overseas, to kind of also lure airlines to come to St. Lucia, just so that big hotels and big people will benefit. Huge concessions on wines, and when the time comes for them to pay taxes to the government, some of them don't want to pay. Hotels get sold and they take these governments for a joke. Sometimes what they do, they will even fire people just before an election to make a prime minister lose elections. These are things that these hotel people do. And it is always good when they play these games and they do that to these leaders. When the hotel people can fire people for it to lose an election, I think that is very good for you people, because you all have sold the country to them. And whereas they should have been your allies, they have the handle of the sword in their hands, and they can manipulate you in your own country, because you have taken the power of the people to give to these rich hotel people, and all that power they use it now to manipulate you politicians. So you in this place, you remember one time Prime Minister Compton, he took money from the banana farmers and they call it the banana levy. They use that money to build roads in different places in St. Lucia. Tourism benefited from agriculture money being used to build roads. Right now, agriculture has been manipulated to the ground. Show me how many roads in this country that was built from tourism. How many hotels ever came together to build a road in this country? Leon Hess, when they came to the country, Hess built many schools in this country. Show me some of these hotels have been here. Big conglomerates. How many schools have they ever built in the country? What they will do sometimes is they will take some of the employees' children and give them some books to go to school and things like that. Put it on TV to make you believe that they're doing so much for the country. Farmers built roads that the hotel people, the tourism people can benefit from. What have they done to benefit farmers? How many roads did they build? After the last storm there were many roads that were damaged. There are certain places that the farmers can never access these places, even up to now. There are some places where they need to construct bridges, and there are certain places that are just not motorable even years after this. What was the contribution of the tourism industry to fix up these roads for the farmers? You see what is happening in this country, and if you're not blind, you can see it. The people manipulate. There is a mentality it is like in America, the mentality is, generally from what I see, the white people, a lot of them believe that they are superior to black people, and that is why they behave in that way. They feel they're superior, so all resources and all good things should be allocated to them. In St. Lucia, what I see is the educated class, especially the executive class, they believe that everything good is for educated people and people with big businesses. And they always believe that they can manipulate the poor. They always believe that somehow they can just throw some trinkets in front of the poor and everything will be okay. But there is a certain level of consciousness that needs to arise in the people. People should understand that they are worth more than just a bear during the election season, or a shot of rum, or some chicken or something, a t-shirt, a shiny t-shirt. People need to understand that I have to fight for the collective good and the collective development of the country. And these little trinkets that may fool your belly does not benefit and develop a country, whilst your resources are being taken advantage of by people that you do not even know. So we know that we cannot disregard and discredit people who made huge investment in this country. That's okay. But what we have now is a situation where the people that we elect to serve, are they looking out for St. Lucians? Something that is so lucrative as the tourism industry. Because there is a St. Lucian association in New York, and I believe that we should be having people go into these places to tell them of investment opportunities even in tourism. Seriously. So we should map out the country, show people what it is that we need, what direction we want to go into in terms of tourism, and allow those people the first opportunity to invest. But what happened is, it is not being done that way. Let me tell you, everything that is not good has to be burnt. Every bad system, every corrupted system, everything that oppresses has to be burnt. If you are a Bible-believing person, you'll realize that wickedness is going to be going down to a pit that burns with fire that does not stop. So it is just part of even our religion, our understanding that bad things must burn. When you have a rubbish heap, that things that you do not need, that you do not want, you burn it. You see, what is happening in America now is, it's a whole heap of oppression, rubbish that has been happening, and it is being burnt right now. And it's like, I'm almost certainly sure that one of these days there's going to be an uprising in this country where the people who have been oppressed, manipulated, will realize that they're losing grounds in their own country. They have to be going overseas to get work. They have to be going overseas if they have to make any meaningful achievement in life. And then people will just realize that some of the things in these places need to be burnt. Some of these old systems that are oppressing them, one of these days they will burn those things. There will come a time. You remember that time in around 1992, 92 or 93, when there was that banana strike, and you see the amount of destruction that was done. People just feel like enough was enough for them, and no matter what happening, the people in this country, they still do not learn. They continue doing the same thing. The people at the top still continue to manipulate the people at the bottom. And I look and I see a lot of manipulation and oppression that is going on, and it looks like the people are asleep. The people are interested. A lot of the people that have been oppressed the most are very interested in trivial things. They're interested in what they really want is a place to go and drink rum, a place every week to go and drink rum, get drunk, whatever. Give them carnival once a year. Give them a few shows once a year. Bring a Buju Banton or somebody. Bring somebody. Give them a show once a year. Valentine's, give them a Valentine's Day session where you bring somebody to sing for them. You know. Election time, throw some trinkets in front of them. Throw some shiny things in front of them. and then you just take their resources from them. That blind them. You see, a lot of things has not really changed from slavery. When the people used to come and buy slaves and get slaves in Africa, they used to bring things that don't have no value, things with no value, but things that were shining and looking bright, but they have no value. Up to today, that system is still working on black people. So while we are here, we have our own people, our own governments, the hotels showing you shiny things that have no value, and you continue to give everything that you have. The hotels will just give you a little scholarship for a child if you work in there and all of that. But whereas they benefited from roads that were built from banana money, they can't build a school in the country, they can't do nothing significant, but then they just want people to clap for them when they say they provide jobs. People, you need to open your eyes. Watch your bread. Watch your bread. The same thing that these people come in here and do, you can do it too. But probably you all are too much engrossed in studying people's business, watching who having sex with who, trying to prevent other people from eating properly, that you can't realize that everything that you have is being taken away from you. People try to get into that tourism thing and stop messing around.